Senator Murphy, I want to pivot a little bit to another news story. Yesterday, Simon & Schuster announced that they would be canceling the book of one of your colleagues, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, because of his political stance objecting to Pennsylvania's Electoral College certification. It is an echo of the New York Times canceling Senator Tom Cotton over his pro-National Guard op-ed. Are you comfortable with a public square where your colleagues, U.S. senators, espousing their views that are held by millions of people, are silenced by publishers and the media? Because I'm concerned this is just going to create more division.
Well, nobody's robbing Josh Hawley of his First Amendment rights. He can go and speak on the Senate floor. He can go speak on a street corner. Nobody's locking him up for saying what he thinks, for leading an insurrection against the federal government. But Simon & Schuster is a private company. They've made a decision that it is going to hurt their business if they are associated with Josh Hawley. You have to accept the consequences of engaging in such outrageous behavior as riling up people to march on the United States Capitol. And so if that means that you can't make money off of a book, then so be it. Josh Hawley can still give all the speeches he wants, but he doesn't get to make millions of dollars from private companies if he's doing things that make him incredibly unpopular.
Can I ask you a question, though? He's obviously unpopular. I understand that, but I think... Oh, okay. I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to ask you, I hear what you're saying, and obviously there's a lot of anger directed towards him right now, but how is there, we all want to see change. I think every rational American wants bipartisanship. We want to get over these kind of divisions. Given that you clearly are disgusted by the behavior of him, how are Republicans and Democrats going to be able to work together moving forward when there still is so much anger and division? The country's in pain. I, for one, want to see unification.
Right. So let's talk to Josh Hawley about that. I mean, he had an opportunity on Wednesday night to withdraw his objection. The Senate was almost burned down, and he had a decision to make afterwards. He could have withdrawn his additional objection to Pennsylvania. He knew he wasn't going to win, but he kept going after 4 people had died. You want to talk about bringing this country together, then let's hold the people accountable who decided to continue. I mean, listen, I think that's up to him and to the people of Missouri. I just think that he needs to change his behavior very quickly.
At this point, it's debatable whether Meghan McCain is even capable of experiencing shame or embarrassment. But it's safe to say that Senator Murphy's response to her glad-handing question about Senator Hawley definitely left a sting. For anyone who may have missed this past week, Senator Hawley from Missouri has made a name for himself by leading the charge in the Senate, alongside Ted Cruz, to invalidate the millions of votes from swing states that Biden won in the presidential election. To make matters even worse, he maintained his objection even after the Capitol was ransacked and desecrated by a violent mob of Trump supporters. In fact, Josh Hawley went as far as showing solidarity with the insurrectionists as the invasion of our Capitol was about to begin, giving a fist bump to the mob as he walked in the east entrance to voice his objections to democracy. Now, you can make the case that it's Josh Hawley's First Amendment right to support an attempted violent overthrow of a democratically elected government, but by that same logic, words and actions have consequences. He's free to say and support whatever he wants, but the private publishing company that revoked his book deal has every right to do as they please. The First Amendment argument that Meghan McCain attempted to make is so asinine, you have to wonder whether she actually sincerely thought it was a legitimate argument or whether she's just simply trying to pander to her own base in order to try and maintain her relevance. Her point about seeking and calling for unity was even more ridiculous. Senator Murphy hit the nail on the head in saying that the need for fostering unity falls squarely on the shoulders of people like Josh Hawley, who have been whipping up a frenzy and creating dangerous division with their incessant lies about the outcome of the 2020 election. Now that Trump is on his way out and has been officially deplatformed by Twitter, perhaps we can begin to finally undo the damage to our democracy done by this monster of a man. But if we know one thing for sure from this story, it's that neither Meghan McCain nor Josh Hawley will be helping anytime soon.